Satnam, and welcome to Opal Rose Oracle. I'm adeshpurankaur, and it's so good to be here with all of you today on this full moon in Scorpio. Honestly, I'm very excited about this full moon. The moon was full this morning at 17 degrees Scorpio at 6:45 Eastern Time, 5:45 Central Standard Time. Yes. I got up early and I did my things. Then I took a nap. And now I'm back. I hope you all are having a beautiful full moon. Had the chance to set your intentions, set your crystals out to cleanse and charge, maybe make some moon water. I definitely did. You can see one of my bottles right up there. And I have another bottle right here, and I have a third one upstairs. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I enjoy new moon and full moon rituals. I hope you do too. So, with that said, let's call in our angels and our guides and see what they have for us for today. I call in our angels, archangels, our guardian angels, spirit guides and ancestors, beings of the highest vibration of love, light, truth, and destiny, all the gods and goddesses, all those who love and support us unconditionally. Please be with us and give us clear and concise messages for this full moon in Scorpio, into the transits of Sagittarius and Capricorn, the energy of this weekend. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for clear and concise messages. Beautiful. I got my sage. I got my sage. Some for you. The cards. And of course, myself. I have a little Palo Santo stick. I love sage and Palo Santo. Though I think Palo Santo is my favorite scent. One of them. Kind of reminds me of church incense. If you ever went to a high mass, oh my gosh. Man, they like to fill. What are they called? Not a monstrance. Monstrances are for the Eucharist. I don't remember the name of the incense holder that they use, the little gold one on the chain though. They would load those up and oh my gosh, the churches would be filled with so much smoke you could hear people coughing. It was hilarious. Oh, good times. You know, the nostalgic sense of incense. So I have our fairy deck our mystical fairy tarot. We have our goddess tarot. And then to clarify and get soul messages, we have our Follow Your Light oracle, our animal spirit oracle, Kuan Yin oracle deck that we close out the reading with, and then our oracle of the unicorns. All right, so let's get into the cards and see what they have to say. Angels are, this one flipped. What wanted to come out first was Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is a fire energy. It can speak of vulnerability, standing your ground, of having the higher ground, of knowing your truth and being willing to express it, no matter how others feel about it. It's a good policy to have. Speak your truth. Any other messages for the collective? Clear and concise messages. So we have the Knave of Swords, which speaks to an enlightenment process. Some new insights, some new clarity, a new idea. So we could be standing in our truth, or sharing our vulnerabilities about, our enlightenment process, what we've gone through, or a new idea that we have. Four of Pentacles came out, which could speak to saving. It could speak to hoarding, but also really getting like a saving for the future energy. She's got all her baskets filled with fruit, and she's like, I think that could get me through the winter. So maybe there's holding on to what we have materially, what we've grown, a lot of saving going on. And then we have the King of Swords, which is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. He came out in the reverse. So you could be dealing with an air sign, masculine or feminine. But there's this energy of discernment. And maybe some of us with this vulnerability and this standing up for what we believe in and the enlightenment process we've gone through and the saving, we're trying to use our discernment. Discernment's like the word that was coming through. Discerning how much we need, either to move forward in a certain direction. But the King of Swords also sees with a certain amount of clarity and insight. So maybe we're not seeing something clearly because maybe the future isn't clear. We'll get some more cards. So we've been working hard. Seven of Pentacles. It's like working hard at our craft, working hard towards our dreams, working hard on our career. And a lot of the times there'll be a man resting, or a woman resting on like a stick, like a walking stick, or a gardening tool, like a hoe. Um, and he's just looking at the bush. And he's like, I know I'm tired, but I know that if I keep going, it's a worthy investment. It is going to bear fruit. So it's like, say you work 6 days a week. And if you're an essential worker, you probably do. And thank you with all of my heart. But say you work 6 days a week, and by that like 5th day, you're like, I don't know if I can honestly work that 6th day. I don't know if I have enough energy. But I know I'm almost there. I know the work week's almost done, and then I get a day of rest. So there's this kind of energy of having come such a long way and have put so much work and effort into our passions, into our goals, in the directions that we're going, trying to go to. And there's this nostalgic energy that came up next, the Six of Cups. This could be a soulmate energy, or someone from childhood, or something from childhood, maybe a childhood dream. Maybe you've been working towards a childhood dream of yours. And if so, that's beautiful. That's so beautiful. Simply because most of our childhood dreams get ignored, and tossed out once we become adults. To really seek to bring that inner child, that sense of fulfillment, is kind of rare. But it's beautiful. So some of us may be dealing with soulmates, or maybe what we're working on is just something that we've been working on since we were either much younger, or maybe from childhood. So we had Judgment come out, the Queen of Wands in reverse, and the Five of Wands. So we're making a judgment call. We're making a decision on what's good for us, and what's benefiting us, and what's going to bear fruit, what's going to lead us forward, what resonates with us and our soul path. And maybe we're making a judgment call on what we've been working so hard on, putting so much time and energy into. I find it very funny that the 2 court cards are in reverse. So we have the Queen of Wands that came out after the Judgment. So fire, air, energy, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. She's the go-getter queen. She knows what she wants. And I think whether you're a fire sign or an air sign, or dealing with a fire and air sign, there's been some conflict or a misunderstanding. Because Five of Wands can speak of misunderstandings and some chaotic energy. Fives always speak of change. And there may be some chaotic energy surrounding what we've been working on, what we've been working towards for a little while now. And we're coming into a place of clarity and being able to make that judgment call. We'll get some more cards, see if the fairies have anything else to say. Angels, archangels, guardians. So the Hierophant popped out with the Four of Wands in reverse. So this to me, because the High Priest speaks of commitment and contracts. Contracts that not only bind in the material world, but also in the spiritual one. And the Four of Wands is that 11-11 twin flame card, but it came out in reverse. So to me, this speaks very clearly about reevaluating a relationship, reevaluating a commitment. Maybe there was a misunderstanding within a commitment or around a commitment. Maybe there was some conflict surrounding a commitment. Any other messages to clarify the High Priest and the Four of Wands? Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups? Really? Really, universe? Really, you guys? I don't even know where that came from. I mean, maybe one of your partners is in the Force. And congratulations. I'm not going to get into that. But Seven of Cups talks about options. And as my good friend Dharma would say, I got options. But you the top one. Show me some of your love. Give me some of your love. Seven of Cups, though. This is a decision. A decision to keep the commitment. A decision to end a commitment. But really, it's a decision. What is my soul's highest truth? What is my soul really asking me? And this is this judgment, the judgment call we all have to ask ourselves when we're in relationship is it a harmonious relationship? Is it meeting not only my physical needs or my material needs, but is it meeting my spiritual needs? And if it's meeting my spiritual needs, is it meeting my material needs? And is it meeting my physical needs? Because there's a balance. There's a balance to everything. So there's a lot of discernment energy when it comes to what we've been working on, what we've been investing in, what we've put in our passions, and what we've committed ourselves to, and that we do have options. Great. Can we get some clarity for the Queen of Wands in reverse? Why is the Queen of Wands in reverse? The Knight of Swords and the Hanged Fae. So whether you're dealing with a fire sign or you are a fire sign, the reason why this receptive, passionate, fiery energy is in its inverted state is there's needs to be some truth, some messages. There's Knight of Swords, which is very clear and cutting energy, and I'm just getting like facts. facts that are going to lead to a new perspective, because the Knight of Swords came out with the Hanged Fae, which could be feeling stuck. But if it's not feeling stuck, it's this energy of just like, I need to see the world upside down. I may get a whole different vantage point if I go on my head and kind of look at the sky like it's the ground, and the ground like it's the sky. I just need to shake things up a bit. I need some clarity. And I feel like the messages, the communication that we need will help shift our perspective, which is beautiful. I'm going to put that right on top. Queen of Wands. And let's see, why is the King of Swords in reverse? Why is our darling Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy in reverse? King of Swords. King of Swords is in reverse because of the Queen of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Could be dealing with the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Or there's nurturing, self-nurturing. The Queen of Pentacles is the catch. She nurtures herself and knows when she nurtures herself, her crops just blossom and grow. So there's this need for self-care and really taking care of ourselves and doing what's good for us, which is going to give us the discernment necessary to turn the King of Swords in his upright attributes, so that he can be sharp and wise and clear and communicative. You have to take care of yourself. It's kind of like, say you've been working on a paper and you're just starting to get really foggy and you realize that it's been a while since you ate. And you're like, I am really hungry and I can't concentrate on typing another sentence or typing another word. You really can't get your mind to do what it needs you to do on an analytical standpoint if you're not taking care of your physical primal needs, making sure you sleep, making sure you eat, making sure you get some sunshine and some exercise. So if we want to be sharp as a tack, we want to be as discerning as we possibly can, there's a certain amount of self-care that we have to do for ourselves to make sure that we're in our upright attributes. You don't want to be hangry. That's not your authentic self. That's your low blood sugar talking, and your body crying out, feed me. I need nutrients. I need rest. I need exercise. I need whatever the body needs. And then once we listen to that and we tap into the wisdom of the body and we acknowledge it and we honor it and we take care of it, then our minds are sharp, we're grounded, we're clear, we can process a ton more information. Our brains run on a certain amount of sugar. So when we aren't eating, for example, it's really easy to get disoriented and confused. Actually, I think one of the signs of being over hungry, I'm not going to say starving because it's really hard to starve in America, but it is possible. So, brain fog and fatigue is one of the first signs of, oh, have I fed my body recently? So that's important for someone. It's important for everyone. Last time I checked, we're all human. And until we leave our 3D state, we still need to take care of the vessel. And when we take care of our vessel, everything else becomes clear. Beautiful. Any other messages for the collective in regards to this spread? Do we have any clarity when it comes to the Five of Wands? What is this misunderstanding? Oh, wow. So we had 5 cards pop out. The first one being strength. And there's actually 2 Leo cards in the cards that fell out to clarify the 5 of Wands. So I'm just going to say for some of you out there, you may be dealing with a Leo. You may be. You may be. But perhaps the misunderstanding also has to do with the need to be strong. Strong in yourself and your capabilities, and also strong in your connection to the universe and trusting that the universe has your back. And justice. So some of you could be dealing with a Libra, or you could be dealing with a legal situation, or just a really big decision. Like pros and cons, checks and balances. Really using your strength to get to the brass tacks of the situation. Really being honest with ourselves. Using our strength to bring about justice. And it could have to do with an earth sign child. And I'm not really getting that because the Knave of Pentacles is next. The Knave of Pentacles could be a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn child, but it was in the reverse. So maybe the lack of children, or maybe the lack of fruit, like in a situation like the lack of prosperity. Because this could be like a new gift, a new job, a new home. But it hasn't happened yet. Or it isn't happening, or it hasn't happened, and maybe it was promised. Five of Pentacles energy. Yeah, just things not working out, maybe being on really difficult times financially. Maybe feeling out in the cold in a situation. Maybe feeling left out in the cold in a situation. And then this is followed by the sun. What brings you happiness? What brings you joy? What brings you abundance? Because the sun helps things grow. The sun and the moon work together to make things grow. The sun is also the card of happiness. So what makes us happy, or what we thought would make us happy? So for some of us, we're being strong, or you're dealing with a Leo because of the sun and strength coming through. Or maybe you are a Leo, or have it somewhere in your chart. But this is really being strong so that we can be decisive and clear about what just hasn't worked out, what hasn't fulfilled its promises, what did not yield the rewards it was supposed to, maybe what made us feel left out in the cold. I'm getting broken promises. Especially with this Knave of Pentacles, there is supposed to be some sort of fruition that just didn't seem to come through. Maybe we're getting clarity on that. Because this can also be, the Sun card can also be a card of clarity. My dad's home. What messages do we have for the collective for their highest good and the good of all involved? Well, we definitely have, we got some crazy fire energy going on right now. Our advice is to use our intuition, the High Priestess. Not just that, when it comes, using our intuition when it comes to a gift or a new beginning or a new job, something that is offered. And offered by none other than the King of Wands himself. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. This is also moving forward passionately, like he's a king who is charismatic, who is very well liked, very passionate, very much a go-getter energy. He knows what he wants and he goes after it. So whether we're dealing with the fire sign or we're embodying this energy, there is an intuition that is guiding us forward. There is a gift that'll help us move forward passionately. Let you. Our intuition, that deep, watery Scorpio energy, is going to give us a gift. And maybe even a manifestation that will help us move forward. I love that. I love that for us. So there is forward movement. We are going to be making some decisions. Any other advice for the collective in regards to the Scorpio full moon energies into the weekends? Into the moon in Sag, into the moon in Capricorn? Any other messages for the collective? So this definitely wanted to pop out and be seen. There is a death. There is a transformation. Scorpio is coming out to say, hi, I'm here. And I'm here to bring endings that are going to yield new beginnings. Because I honor the cycles of life and death. And that's exactly what we're doing on this Taurus Scorpio line. If you notice, the full moon's in Scorpio. And it's the opposite sign of Taurus. So there is this life and death energy that we're dancing with as we're coming into the early parts of summer. And as the other half of the world in the southern hemisphere is coming into their winter, this is a great time of change and transformation. There's too many cards. Too many cards. Clear and concise messages as we move forward passionately, using our intuition, receiving full moon blessing, transforming, honoring the scorpionic energies of this time. What other messages? Allow, because the world popped out. This is the end of karmic cycles and the beginning of new ones. I love this. I love this for all of us. We're here to transform, and it's going to bring a whole new world. And yes, I've had the Aladdin song stuck in my head for weeks now. So many of us as we go within, tap into our intuition, will be receiving a gift. It helps us move forward into the energies of transformation and starting a whole new world for ourselves that's going to resonate with our souls and our soul's path. And I think it's going to lead to true, authentic happiness. I'm going to jump over to our goddess tarot. And get some clarity. Goddesses, are there any other messages? Yeah. We're letting the old things die. The thoughts, the people, the places, the things that ever brought us oppression. This could be friendships that were more like bully ships. I've had quite a few of those in my life. And they don't have boundaries. So you have to create them for yourself. And they won't like it. And that's okay. If someone doesn't have boundaries or doesn't believe in boundaries, chances are it's because they don't have any. Oppression, though, is a friendship like that. It's a relationship like that. It's a familial situation like that. It is thoughts that tear you down, that destroy belief in oneself. Oppression is anything that lowers your vibration and has been doing so for a while. So like an addiction, the easiest one I can think of is cigarettes. Say you're smoking for 20 years. God and Goddess bless. Eventually, it's not cool anymore like when you were a teenager. Eventually, it just makes you tired. Eventually, it's oppressive. Anything that takes away your free will or that sense of freedom and choice is something we're releasing right now. We're allowing it to die. We're allowing the cycle of oppression to end once and for all, and I could not be happier or more grateful to see that card for all of us. As many of us healers and light workers and shadow workers, this life that we were born into hasn't been easy. In fact, it's been, for many of us, riddled with challenges and obstacles and relationships that have hurt rather than nurtured. And we've done the healing. We've been healing because we know to heal others, first we must heal ourselves. And even in healing others, we really can't heal others. We can only be conduits of healing energy that divine works through. So it's never truly us. It's always our divinity and our connection to the divine. But we're letting it go. We're letting it go. Oppression, whether it's self-induced oppression or oppression that's been inflicted on by others. We're allowing it to die. We're using our intuition and allowing what no longer serves us to truly end once and for all, and whether that's people, places, or things. So the Prince of Swords came out. More Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. And there is a clarity, an evolutionary process, an enlightenment process that we've been through that may very well have to do with relationships. And Two of Cups was in the reverse. So there's an evolutionary process that had to do with, taking our power back from relationships. I feel actually coming out of relationship, especially if you've ever been called codependent, like a serial dater. There's an evolutionary process that we went through as we were going through different relationships, different partnerships, different contracts, romantic or otherwise, that may very well have had to do with overcoming oppressive energy, because we don't 100% know what went on in a past life or in our past lives, and we can do past life regressions, but a lot of the karma we're working out in this life. Some would say it's, what are we tying up? What energy did we have to learn from past life mistakes? And the King of Fires here again. So maybe many of you have been in relationships with fire signs. Or in relationship, you dealt with the narcissist, the very overpowering and controlling energies. This is kind of the shadow side of the King of Fire. The King of Staves or the King of Wands. He's a go-getter, he's charismatic, he's passionate. He'll achieve his goals. He's cosmically connected, but sometimes at what cost to the people around him? And the Prince of Pentacles, also known as the Page of Pentacles, or the Knave. That promise of abundance, of stability, of future growth. Is there any clarity for this? Two of Cups in reverse. What popped out was the Two of Pentacles. Juggling, making a decision, knowing where to focus your energy. Whether that's finding the balance between work and life relationships, like work relationships and maybe familial relationships or friendships, social life, or just knowing that we have to make a decision on where to focus our energies. Who's been telling the truth? Who's been, or not telling the truth, because Seven of Swords is clarifying, and this is who's being honest, who's being dishonest, who's keeping their cards close to their chest, which is yes, but I'm not really getting this energy. It's like dishonesty in a relationship, whether it's lying, cheating, stealing. Because the Two of Swords are down, and that is like the decision, and she's holding the Five of Swords, which is like the conflict. It's like you're deciding to hold the conflict. Like when you're in a sneaky energy, when you're being dishonest, when you're being a thief. Whether you're lying, cheating, stealing, or someone was lying, cheating, stealing. You know, it's making a decision. What are you going to focus on? What tried to deceive and manipulate you, or and lead to more oppression? Or it's going to bring fulfillment? And I'm getting balancing communication. Or balancing the messages that come in, or balancing love offers. Because balance, Yamana, which speaks of balancing the heart, minds, and soul, came out with the Eight of Wands, which is like communication, like rapid fire communication, lots of love messages coming in, emails, text messages, social media messages. Maybe someone was trying to balance their real relationship and an internet relationship. I do not know. It may be for one of you out there. I'm going to get some more clarifiers. How is balance the decision to move forward? Okay, I think there's going to be some messages coming in that restore balance, and that's going to help us move forward because we're getting this Two of Cups, Two of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, and then Two of Swords. And like the only two that isn't present is the Two of Swords. But there's going to be some communication that will bring some balance, some clarity, some light to the subject and situation. Who is this? What is this Prince of Swords energy? Three of Swords. So it could be heartache. Gemini, Aquarius, air energy. Could be a timekeeper, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. But the Prince of Swords, that evolutionary process, came through heartache. And many of us do evolve through heartache, because when your heart breaks, it's not breaking like you're losing a piece, it's breaking open so that you can love more deeply. And what is this Prince of Pentacles energy? What is this Prince of Pentacles? The Prince of Pentacles is clarified by the Princess of Cups. Drinking from your own cup, nurturing yourself emotionally, nurturing your intuition, nurturing new emotions, new insights. So some of us were making a decision between, the evolutionary process and the relationships that have that heartache, and we're coming out of that energy, out of the energy of juggling, out of the energy of sneakiness and deceit, into something that promises a fruitful new beginning, materially and emotionally, as well as spiritually. Can I get clarity on this King of Wands, King of Staves? Who is this? What is this? A new passion, Princess of Staves. So princes and princesses are like the pages. So they're new energy, new passion, a new flame that hasn't matured yet. So there's an immature energy to the King of Wands. Do you have any other? These fire signs, getting that new passionate energy to come out of their head. The Eight of Swords came out in reverse. So this is being stuck, or having the illusion of being stuck. And maybe if you are a fire sign, you're getting out of a time where you felt like you were stuck. There was an illusion of being trapped, either in your situation or in your mind. But you're leaving that energy because of a new passion, some forward movement in your world. Any other messages for the collective for this full moon in Scorpio into the weekend, into Friday, Saturday, Sunday? We're getting out of our heads and we're moving forward. Three of Staves. Looking at those new horizons. I don't know why, but there is this sense when I took that deep breath in, like I was taking a deep, salty breath of ocean. Maybe some of you are heading to the ocean. Lucky birds. But we're moving forward. We're allowing what needs to be to die. we're being very discerning over what we've had to be strong through and strong for, what fulfilled its promises and what didn't, what's truly going to make us happy and what didn't work out. But we're not staying in that energy. We're releasing, the hammers of woulda, coulda, shoulda, because that'll only yield more heartbreak. Now we're letting go of sneaky energy. We're letting go of who or what betrayed our hearts. That made us feel stuck and in our heads. And we're embracing the newness of spring, of this early summer, and we're taking our wisdom, we're taking the gift that'll help us transform and lead to new cycles. New cycles. This has been an evolutionary process though. A lot of karmic lessons have been being worked through, and they're coming to their conclusions. That we're coming to this place where we can transform and turn our past into wisdom. I don't know if you ever watched Game of Thrones, but Tywin Lannister, the dwarf, he said something on that show that was like, basically, take what they make fun of you for. Take what they accuse you of. Take and wear it like armor. So they can't use it against you and be like, what? I went through this when I was XYZ. Or, so if anyone tries to come and say, hey, you did this when you were 19, you were like, and? Am I still 19? Has time not passed? I've been on an evolutionary journey. Where are you? You can't keep me in the past. No one can keep us in the past unless we allow them to. So this is truly a reclamation of our power and the evolutionary journey that we've been on, because we are no longer allowing the past to define us, and all the wisdom and the strength and the healing work that we've done through relationships, romantic or otherwise, that have gotten to this state of strength, of wisdom now. I saw a meme recently, probably within the last 2 weeks, that said, just because you participated in something doesn't mean you can't be an advocate against it. And I love that because I love it because it truly honors the fact that we are beings who can grow, evolve, and learn. People can change. It's an internal job. The individual has to choose it. No one can do it for you. Empaths, we really learn that because we get these messiah complexes where we just want to save everyone. You have a broken heart, let me save you, let me heal it. I'm good enough, I can do it. Yes, of course we are. That's not true. In fact, we create more work for ourselves because then we're broken and wounded from trying to save someone, and then we gotta do our thing and heal ourselves. So we're learning, we're growing, and we're releasing, and come hell or high water, we are evolving and ascending to the next rung on the ladder. We've done the work. So Let's jump. I know I've been here for a while. It's lovely hanging out with you. Let's see, animal spirits, what messages do you have for the collective? So this is a time to watch and wait. Seahorse spirit, card 53, boiling down to an 8. I'm getting this. The water, the tides will rise and bring things in, and then the tides will go out, and that's when you go along the beach and see what the water's washed ashore. You don't go when it's high. I mean, unless you want to go swimming in some deep water, and that's fine. But if you want to see the treasures, you wait till the tide goes back out, and then you walk along the beach and see what has washed ashore. So there's this. No need to chase after anything energy. Knowing that spirit and source is working with us, and all we have to do now is watch. And all will be revealed. It always is. It always is. Trust me. It could be years down the line, but the clarity that the universe knows that you need to help you move along, it'll come out. It always does. Whoa, it always does. Be amazed at the things that I find out. Well, yeah, you'd be amazed. Any other messages for the collective animal spirit guides? Watch and wait and trust the great mystery. I love that. Whale spirit, very watery vibes right now. And 65 is 11, so there's that gateway. And with the 8 on the seahorse, I wasn't as much as I'm like, yay, 8, abundance. No, I was getting infinite cycles of infinity, of all that has been, all that is, and all that will be, in this constant flow. And that when we're honoring that, especially with this watery scorpionic energy, Scorpio is all about mystery. So trust. This is an invitation to trust and watch the unfolding, because Spirit has our back. Even if that card doesn't pop out today, Spirit has our back. I feel that, and I know that. Final card from the animal spirits is Grasshopper Spirit, 30. Take a leap of faith. I think once we watch and wait and trust, there's going to be a lot of information that is fed to us, as long as we're willing to receive. And that information is going to allow us to jump with great trust, with great faith and hope for what the future holds for us and in our capabilities. You know, if we've survived so much this far, we're strong. We can survive anything. We can. We're going to jump over to our animal spirits. Not animal spirits, follow your light oracle. Yes, So I love how this is echoing the watery energy of the oracle cards. Fill up your well, retreat, rest, and refuel. Take some time for you. Go in, meditate, have a snack, drink some water, take a nap. Whatever refuels you, whatever rests you up. Because this going within is going to reveal all the answers we could ever need to move forward. The age of light, you've been training for this for lifetimes. So this speaks to the evolutionary process that's come up multiple times in this reading. We are a collective of souls. Whether we've trained on this planet in this dimension for lifetimes, or we've been training with our different star families for lifetimes, that we are here because we are meant to be here. We are here in this current now because we have the tools to make a difference in our lives, in the lives of those around us, and in the lives of the collective, in the energy of the timeline and the light codes that we are anchoring in. You know, we've been training for this. We have everything we need. We are our own Ace of Cups. I heard that earlier this morning and I just really loved it. Yes, we are our own emotional fulfillment. And we have everything we need for our soul's path and our soul's journey. There's no need to reach at this point. Allowing, trusting, watching, and waiting. Filling ourselves up will give us everything we need to move forward. We go pull an oracle of the unicorns. Unicorns, what messages do you have for the collective, for our highest good and the good of all involved? For this full moon in Scorpio, into Sagittarius, into Capricorn. Dance! Yes, let's do it. I love to dance. But move your body to music. Dance to the rhythm of life. Manifest your dreams through dance. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. And if you don't feel like you're a dancer, just groove within yourself. Groove to the music that you love. Just kind of twirl a little bit. Whatever it takes. You know, you can be really creative. It doesn't have to look like Mikhail Baryshnikov or and Martha Graham. Gosh, I go straight to dance history rather than current dancers. Misty Copeland. There you go. Just move. Move to your favorite song. Move to the rhythm of your heart. Move to the wind. But dance with the rhythm of life and manifest your dreams through dance. So I hope you dance. I know I will be. I am always dancing. Always. Every day. In some way, shape, or form. Any other messages for the collective? Abundance. Enjoy the bounty of life. Your supply is unlimited and blessings are coming to you. Watch and wait. That Ace of Pentacles is coming. If it hasn't already arrived. But enjoy every little thing. You know, whether you have a sandwich, that's abundance. Whether you've got a lot of money in your bank account, that's bounty. Whether you've got a roof over your head, that's bounty. If you have a car, that's bounty. Oh, just enjoy every form of abundance that the universe has placed in you. And affirm that all your needs are met. The supply is unlimited. And prosperity is coming to you. So dance, because we live in a benevolent universe, or I choose to believe that. And abundance is all around us. One across the board. What? What is this? Kuan Yin. Ah, she was quick to speak. So our final message for this reading is the Book of Changes, card 35. In 8, the universe is always flowing. If one thing is constant, it's change. So I'm gonna read from the book for this one. Just like a beautiful but unusual melody, the divine plan is unfolding through your life, although it isn't always predictable. Kuan Yin is guiding you in the right direction, even if you do not fully understand what is happening in your life right now. Allow Kuan Yin to bless you with trust in the unfoldment of your own divine path. The Book of Changes is always at play, helping us find our way. You are just taking a smarter route to your destination. We like that. We like smarter routes. Sometimes situations or circumstances occur that seem to take us away from our desired goal or cause us to question whether we need to take matters into our own hands to achieve our desired manifestation. Even if we do not understand why something is happening the way that it is right now, with patience and experience, the wisdom and helpfulness of a situation is often revealed, and we can marvel at how we were assisted through the workings of a higher intelligence that we did not fully understand at the time. Just like an experienced guide on top of a mountain, Kuan Yin has traversed the spiritual path over many lifetimes to arrive at her enlightened and compassionate state. She is very wise, and she is blessing you with her grace, even if that grace seems to be a dark cloud, a delay, an unexpected disappointment, or even a wonderful new opportunity in a different direction. She can help you avoid pitfalls that you do not need to encounter if you trust in her guidance. You can read the Book of Changes and understand the divine plan unfolding through you to help lift you on your divine path with the least struggle. You are being asked to trust and allow the circumstances in your life to unfold right now. If there are delays, don't force an issue. Let it settle and sort itself out with as little interference by you as possible. You do not have to let anyone take advantage of you, nor do you have to prevent yourself from expressing your truths and feelings about whatever is happening. However, you are being guided to trust that no matter what appears to be the case right now, this detour or unexpected situation is a blessing from the divine, confirmed by Kuan Yin, assisting you in avoiding unnecessary problems later on as she corrects your life direction and helps you move forward with greater grace on your divine path now. That is a beautiful, beautiful energy. Now we will recite, and you're welcome to listen and just hold this in your heart or do with it as you will. A prayer to honor the Book of Changes. Beloved Kuan Yin, thank you for your blessing of divine grace and assistance through my life as I allow the divine plan, the Book of Changes with all of its wisdom, to simply flow with trust and faith. I now pray for the courage to trust in your goodness and assistance, to see the beauty and perfection in all of life's situations, so that I may benefit from it greatly now. Thank you for your help. Om Shanti. May I feel your peace in my heart now. Om Shanti. The one thing that is constant is change, and we are built to evolve and to grow. What beautiful messages from Kuan Yin that encourage us to trust, to open our hearts and allow our worlds to shift in all your current transformations. I'm sending you infinite love, peace, and blessings. Stay well and be blessed. And until next time, infinite love, infinite peace, infinite blessings.